So it's election night. So we're following lots of things. Polls are going to close in just an hour or two. Vibrant Denver Bond is going to make a lot of decisions about everything impacting the stadium to infrastructure to bridges, you name it. Kind of a test for Mayor Johnston's long term plans and also popularity,
Yep.
if you will. And we're also talking about MMLL, which will fund school lunches. And of course, we're following the flavored tobacco ban that has brought in a lot of outside money.
Yeah, $5 million almost from
Hmm.
former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, which leads us to the other races that people will be watching today. New York City Mayor is a big one. Zoran Mamdani has been leading in the polls, controversial figure. Um, uh, Former Governor Andrew Cuomo's controversial figure as well. Actually, so is Curtis Sliwa. Those are the three
You
men.
know,
They're all controversial figures in one way or another. And then we're watching governor's races in New Jersey, in Virginia, and Prop 50 out in California, which would allow them to redistrict to battle some of the redistricting going on in Republican-led states.
yeah, there's a lot to follow. And sometimes you think, does it matter? It really does. Every
It
single
always
election makes a
matters.
difference. And so people that show up know they're making an impact. And it's going to, heck, the next election will start tomorrow.
Also, uh, the government shutdown is now tomorrow going to be the longest government shutdown in history. The second longest was during the Trump administration, first Trump administration. And this one, when it gets this long, we saw this in the first one, it starts affecting everybody who's a government employee, some people working without pay, a lot of people, but also specifically the air traffic controllers. And Denver International is now going to,
They're warning
yeah,
the delays are starting. They're going to
because we're
start
seeing them all the
tonight
way around the country.
because there's a shortage,
Yeah.
and they can only go so long without working. The stress, and many of them are taking on second jobs because they're trying to get through this. So much has been focused on the SNAP benefits and people suffering, but there's air traffic controllers too that are dealing with a lot right
Yeah,
now.
and what happens when they start to suffer is there's a ripple effect, and the Secretary of Transportation is talking about having to possibly shut down certain airspace in this country
Which
because of this.
sounds really, really ridiculous, and also might get lawmakers moving.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, something's got to happen here because there are people who are literally working and not getting paid, and yeah, they'll get that at some point, but people have to feed their families.